What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to be discussing a potential feud that many WB fans have been looking forward to, and the opponent that WB has in mind for Brock Lesnar has been looking forward to. He's publicly called for it. So, let's break it down. Now, obviously, right now, Brock Lesnar is feuding with Cody Rhodes. Okay, let's take a step back. WrestleMania 39. Brock Lesnar worked almost. He beat him in the opening match of the second night of WrestleMania out in LA, reportedly due to a decision made by Vince McMahon. One of his early creative changes that he has made in the last few weeks. Okay? That same night, Cody Rhodes went up against and failed to dethrone our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, for the undisputed WB Universal Championship. The following night on Raw, Cody Rhodes interrupted Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa in their celebration promo segment. Cody Rhodes, he wanted a rematch with the tribal chief for the undisputed WB Universal Championship that night. So Rhodes went out there. He wanted a rematch with Roman for the titles that night. And Paul Heyman was not interested. He told Cody that he had to earn a rematch with the tribal chief. Eventually, that led to the idea of Cody Rhodes finding a tag team partner who, with two stipulations in place. One, had to wrestle at WrestleMania 39, which is not that big of a deal. But the also thing was, if that team lost to Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa on that edition of Monday Night Raw, that the tag team partner that Rhodes had found could no longer challenge for the Universal Championship, the undisputed WWE Universal Championship, as long as Roman Reigns was said champion. Outwalked Brock. Brock obviously had already had that stipulation put in place. He lost to the tribal chief, and he can't challenge for the title until Roman drops the title. Okay, that main event match did not happen. Brock Lesnar attacked Rhodes before the match. Brock and Cody are looking like they're going to go to Backlash on May 5th in Puerto Rico and do a singles match. Cody Rhodes issued that challenge on Monday Night Raw this week, and Brock Lesnar will be appearing on next week's show to answer said challenge from the American Nightmare. Okay. The WRKD Wrestling Twitter account, which is quite the name, who has actually had a pretty good record as of late. Dave Meltzer just confirmed a report months ago, not months ago, but back in March regarding Trish Stratus' heel turn, that there has been an idea floated around within WWE regarding a potential match between Intercontinental Champion Gunther and Brock Lesnar taking place sometime this summer. If you recall, coming out of the Royal Rumble this year, there was a lot of talk of a potential Gunther versus Brock Lesnar match. Wrestling News Co., in full disclosure, I work with, first reported in December that there was internal plans to do Gunther versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 39. Those plans changed to what I had mentioned just before. Now, Gunther at that show retained the Intercontinental title, a shocking move at the time, over Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in a triple threat match. In the 30-man Royal Rumble match, they teased Gunther and Lesnar. Coming out of that, Gunther expressed interest. And really for the last few years, he has talked about the idea of I want to wrestle Brock Lesnar, and he's spoken about his respect towards Lesnar for his mind in the wrestling business and everything like that. Leading up to WrestleMania 39, Brock was asked about a potential match with Gunther in an interview with Daniel Cormier of ESPN, I believe. And Lesnar was interested in that. So you take in the fact that we once had it planned, once had teased it, both guys have talked about it publicly wanting to do it. It's a huge match. It elevates Gunther to another level. One of the guys that has been protected throughout his time on the main roster, whether that is under the creative leadership of Vince McMahon and or Triple H. It's a major, major match. So, when do you do it? And I had mentioned this in my Wrestling News Co. article as well. They could do it at Money in the Bank, which takes place in July at the O2 Arena in London, England. Money in the Bank. Or they could wait a month when they hold SummerSlam on August 5th, I believe, at Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan. They got to sell a lot of tickets for SummerSlam. They already sold out Money in the Bank. I'm still surprised they did not do a stadium show there, but it's the O2 Arena. I digress. But you got to sell a lot of tickets for a show in Detroit. They have not run that building, that stadium, really, since WrestleMania 23 back in 07. It's a big stadium. Obviously, they're not going to try to sell it out or anything. It's SummerSlam. They're not. They're just not. But you want to sell 50,000, 60,000. I don't know what the capacity of that stadium is, but that's definitely a big, big match, especially if you have a few months of build behind it. So, Gunther has been the other opponent that WB has discussed for Brock Lesnar, aside from Cody Rhodes. So, looks like we're going to see Lesnar on TV a lot going forward. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Please consider dropping a like, subscribe to the channel for more wrestling content. I appreciate everyone checking out this video.